Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to do a tutorial with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. You can see I've just gone in with the ordinary glycolic 7% toning solution just to kind of prep my skin. And I then went in and did the eyes first just to do a base. So I went in first with the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. I think this is a little too yellow for my skin tone. I'm going to have to look up and maybe get the Painterly and paint pot because I think they're a bit more neutral. So I decided to go in with the eyes just to avoid any fallout. I know there's quite a lot of kickback on this palette. I just wanted to eliminate having to do like extra work. So I went in first with the Buon Fresco shade, which is kind of the taupey grey, just as a transition in the crease. And basically just went in, blended it and buffed it out until I was happy with the colour. And then went in with red ochre just to kind of deepen the crease and intensify it, add a bit more depth. And you can see I went in and layered it on first just in the kind of crease and then really smoked it out. And then I went in with a little bit more colour on a kind of non-synthetic brush just to work into the crease. And I then felt it needed a little bit more depth, so I went in with Antique Bronze, again just to intensify the crease a bit. And I then went in with Love Letter and I can't remember the other pink one is called, and just kind of worked that pink in the crease and buffed it out and blew it out until it was really smoky and really kind of blown out. And then went in with, I think it was Cypress, just again in the outer kind of V. And I decided I wanted to do like a nice kind of cut, her half cut crease on this look. So I took my Prolongwear in NC15 and just kind of carved the kind of half crease shape out, and I went in with a little like definer brush from Real Techniques. This is the best brush for that. I just seem to get on really well with this and it's the perfect kind of size as well. I then went in with Vermeer, which is a really pretty light champagne shade, and I did that on the first kind of inner third. And then went in with the pigment from MAC called Blue Brown, and you'll see it, this is the most beautiful colour. It's kind of got like a blue-green kind of duochrome effect, so it looks brown in the pot, and then when you put it in and it catches the light, it goes this kind of blue-green shade, and it's just so beautiful. I'm obsessed with this pigment and it's one of my favourites from MAC. I then went back in with those pink colours in the Anastasia palette and just kind of worked that into the crease, just to kind of blend things out and help kind of make things look seamless. And I went back in with the kind of pink colours just to kind of carve out and define above the crease a bit more. And then went in and just kind of blended Vermeer and that blue-brown pigment together, and then I decided to go in and do the skin after I'd kind of cleaned up. So this is the Tanya Burr Face Illuminator and I love using this as a base. It does look like it has colour, but when you blend that out it isn't noticeable. It just gives this really gorgeous kind of, I hate the expression, but like it lit from within look to your skin. And I have a really horrible breakout on my chin at the moment, so ignore that. And then I went in with the Pro Longwear kind of the Sculpt foundation. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I mean, the coverage is fine, but I definitely felt like it clung to dry patches. I don't know whether that is just me, but I'm kind of still testing it out at the moment. I then went in with my Pro Longwear concealer. I put this under the eyes, a little on my nose, and then just around my nose where I get like the most obvious redness, and then just cover the redness kind of from my breakout as well. And I basically just used again like another, I think this is a kind of a brush to blend out your crease, but I love using this to blend out foundation concealer because it just gives a really nice finish and it still keeps the coverage, but it helps to kind of just diffuse and blend things out, and it's a really nice brush. Actually, all of the Real Techniques brushes are great, especially if you're just starting out. And then I ended up, after doing the foundation and the concealer, just went in with my beauty blender just to kind of bounce on the skin and kind of blend everything and make sure there are no lines. I then went in with my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish, and I went in just to clean up kind of under the eyes, and then I wanted to kind of set my face. And then I went in to finish under the eyes with the palette, so I went back in just with the same shades in the same order, and just, I really like to blend and blend to blow it out because I think it gives a really grungy, intense, like almost, it looks very romantic, and I just think this is just the best look for me. And I then went in with my favourite inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight of all time. This is quite intense, so for anybody who doesn't like that, this is probably not your thing, but this is Nylon from MAC, and I am obsessed with this. It's just the perfect amount of shine. I then went in and did my eyeliner, and now I did this with the Illamasqua liquid liner, and it was really easy to use. The brush on it was absolutely fine, and I didn't have any problems kind of getting a straight line or kind of worrying about messing up and then having to make your liner bigger and bigger. I managed to get the perfect flick, and I had like the best amount of control with this. I really recommend it. The only thing I will say is that it's not great over the top of intense kind of foil pigments or eyeshadows. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see either the blue-brown showing through or it kind of falls onto it. So I end up going back over that with my Collection Fast Stroke Liner. And I then went in with some false eyelashes and my MAC Perversion mascara over the top of that as well. And this is just to kind of make the lashes look a bit more intense, especially with this kind of eye look. And I then decided to do my skin and bronze up, and this is my favourite bronzer ever. It's the like Clarins Bronze and Blush Compact. I don't use it as a blush, I tend to only use it as a bronzer, but it's the one they bring out in summer every year, like as a limited edition, but they bring it out every year just in new packaging, and it's amazing. And I then went in with this, I believe this is the Amazonian Clay Tarte blushes. And that was the shade Royal. And then I went in with one of my favourite highlighters of all time. This is Becca Champagne Pop, just on a kind of fluffy highlighting brush. I don't actually know where this brush is from. And then just kind of highlight. I basically bathed in it. I didn't highlight the high points of my face, I bathed in it. And then just to kind of, I didn't want to do a really bold lip. I just wanted something quite subtle, but I felt like after I'd applied it, it was a bit too dark. This is Kat Von D Bow and Arrow. So I applied kind of a light layer, let it dry, and then went in with a second layer, and these are quite nice layered because they don't ball, they don't like pill up. And I then decided that I needed to be lightened in the middle just a little bit because it was a touch too dark. So I went in with, this is Milkshake by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is just their liquid lipstick. One of my all-time favourite liquid lipsticks. It's perfect for doing this. And then I went in with my NYX lip liner just to define my lips a bit more. And this is in the shade 16 Natural. And the NYX lip pencils are lovely. And this finished off the look. I hope you guys like it. If you've got any suggestions for kind of videos, leave them in the comments below, or if there's anything in particular you want to see, let me know, and thank you so much for watching.